Hi, Steve here from Winning More with a new piece of Dutching software that I've had a lot of fun with over the last 3 weeks testing it, and I'm sure that you will find this a valuable piece of punting equipment. Spread-5 works on a pretty simple formula I'll show you as we go through. So let's, for example, we're going to do a bet on Parks race 4. So we put in Parks 4. Here we put in the total outlay. How much do we want to spend? In this case, we're going to spend $30, pounds, euros, whatever you're wanting. So that's all you set up with to start with. And now how I am using this is I look for the first 3 in the betting, providing it's not a short price favourite. So let's me go and open up Sportsbet, Australian program, Australian bookie, and we go down to here's the Parks meeting, and you can see it's going to start in just under 3 minutes. This is the software here. Now if we push the little plus on it, that the software won't disappear on us. So you can see there we are, it's staying there as I scroll up and down. So what I do now, and you can use it any way you like, but this is how I find my selections, is I just scroll down and look for horses that are in the first 3 in the betting. And if we look at it, we have number 1 and number 6 in the betting. You can see that at 4.2, and if we just scroll down a bit more, we can see we can get away. They're about the 3 in the betting, so they are the 3 that will play in this race. We'll see number 9, and I look at the fixed prices at 4.4. Number 6. This is just my selection method that I'm using to show you at how you pick your horses. You can pick up to 5. This will take 5, but I just like settling for 3 or 4. Obviously it means more profit. So what I've done now is I've put in the fixed prices there, and we have the outlay of 30, and all I'll do now is click process, and what it's done now, it's given me the amount in these pink columns to bet. So we'll bet these amounts now. I'll just go through 1, 6. I'm actually taking the best of the 3 totes here because I just prefer to do that. So we just scroll over to here where we put our bets in, and we just put them in as they say here. So number 9, we're going to put in 8.98. 8.98. Number 6 we've got is 9.4. And number 1 we put in 11.62. Push bet, confirm. Okay, now we've got our bets on, and what we'll do now is we'll wait for the race, and we'll come back and I'll show you what we do. We move on to the next race. So you can see there it's telling us that we're looking at a 31% profit on our outlay. We're outlaying 30, and our profit, we're hoping, if one of these 3 win, will be around the 9.49. If I used the fixed prices, that's what it would be, but I tend to find that like the 3rd horse in the betting, and that if that wins, quite often that price can blow right out and be a big bonus to us. So that's why I take the best of the 3 totes in Australia. And you can use Betfair, you can use anything that you like. Okay, and it's telling us that in these price ranges we've got 75% of the market covered with these 3 horses. So what we'll do now, the race has just jumped. I'll pause this and I'll come back with you in a brief second. Okay, so number 3 won that race. It was a 11-to-1 shot, and you can see that we didn't obviously have number 3. So what we do now is we push lost because we lost the race, and so what it tells us now, it clears the fields here, and we have a net profit of minus 30, so we've lost $30. Our total loss is 30, and that was the total bets for 30. Data saved. Now this has saved the data, and I'll show you that a little bit later, so that you can track your your bets in that. So we're going to move on now to the Sunshine Coast in sunny Queensland, race 4. Okay. Here we have race 4, and it's due to start in a couple of minutes, so I'll just put the numbers in. We're looking at 3, 4 and 6. So 3, 4 and 6. And if we look at the prices here, 3 is at 4.60, 4 is at 5, and number 6 here is at 3.30, so we put in 3.30. Okay, now you can just continue betting the same amount if you like. I always usually increase it by 10, but that's my own personal thing. I'm not telling you how to do it. Okay, so we click process, and it comes up. These are the amounts that we are to bet now, and this is giving our return. So our return on this should be 38.8 percentage profit if it wins, and we're covering 72% of the market as far as price goes. So I'll just put these bets on. Three, 4 and 6, and over here we put the amounts in on that it tells us here. So number 3 has 12.07, number 4 and number 6 has 16.83. Place the bet, confirm. Okay, so now we have the bets on, and this race is due to start in about 23 seconds. So you can see there our total outlay there on this race is 40. We're carrying that loss of 30 from that last race. Let's see how the race goes. We'll be back shortly. Okay, that race has been run, and number 4 won at Lady Echelon. So we had the price at 8, and as I said to you, I like to take the best of the 3 tote prices. If I'd taken the fixed price, I would have got 5s, but the best of the tote prices was $6.80. So we got $6.80 for that. So if we look at 11.10 times 6.80, we returned $75 for that, whereas our return here was going to be 55. We've actually got 75. We can't change the prices here because if we process this, it will change everything else. But it's good to know that obviously we've made a $20 more profit than what was programmed to do. I mean, sometimes the prices will drop a bit if you're using that strategy of the best of the 3 totes, but still, let's click process, and it will only process that we've won $15.50 here, not the 35 that we have won. But we process it. Sorry, we don't have to process it. We click win, and you can see now the data's been saved, and our net profit now is down to 14.48. In actual fact, we're in profit now. But let's continue. We're going to miss the next race because it's about to jump. So we'll go to race 3 at Warwick Farm, which is due to be run in 5 minutes. So just click next races. Okay, we'll go to Warwick Farm. And once again, I'll just like to have a look at the prices. Okay, we've got Instrumentalist there, which is reasonably short. This is the fixed price column here, 3.2. 4.4 for Mr. Scary. 4.2 for Ireland's Teardrop. Ireland's Teardrop is the one I actually like. But what we'll do now then, it's still 4 minutes to go, but we can plug in those horses. So we put in, bring the software down. Number 2, I won't put the prices in yet, I'll just see what happens to them. Number 5 and number 8. So these are the 3 horses I'm going to play, and what I'll do is I'll just pause this video and I'll come back in a minute or so just before the jump so we can get a better idea on the price. Okay, we're not far away from a start now, so we'll put in the prices. Instrumentalist, we're looking at 3.2. Mr. Scary is at 4.6, and number 8, Irish Teardrop, is at 4.2. Put in the 30. Okay, push process, and okay, it's going to tell us now that we're going to make 30% on our money. So on our $30, if any of these 3 win, we'll make $9 profit at those fixed prices, and we're covering 76% of the market with these 3 horses. Okay, so I'll just put these bets on. 8, 5 and 2. So we're going to put 12.21 on number 2. Number 5, we've got 8.49 on it, and number 8 we're putting 9.30. Okay, confirm it. Okay, we've got our bets on now, so let's see how we go. At the moment you can see there we're carrying a 14.48 loss, and we'll see what happens in this race. Back shortly. Okay, so number 2, Instrumentalist, was the winner of this. So we had the winner, we push 1, and now you can see that we're at a loss still of $5. Okay, so that's how the software works. What I'll do is I'll do another video continuing on with this here, but I'll just wrap this video up. It gives you an idea on how the software works. It's before I do that, let's just check how this is recorded. Okay, if you remember, we started at Parks Race 4, so I wrote Parks 4 in there so you can identify your races. And this is the bet that we lost. So we had $30 on it and it lost. So this race total bets were 30, cumulative losses so far are 30. Then we went to Sunshine Coast Race 4, and this bet won. The total bet won for this race was 55.52. So all the races bets were 40, so that was recovered, plus it tells us cumulative losses of 30 were partially recouped, and it shows us here the current profit for this series. That was bet 1 we just had. This was bet 2 is minus 14. Now if I move this camera down a bit, you can see that third race we did was Warwick Farm 3. Total we won on this race was $39. All the bets on the race of 30 were recouped, and we have got here, we're sitting now at $5.42 loss from that original, out of the original 3 series. So what I'll do is I'll do another recording continuing the series, and you can see exactly the potential that this software has. Just before I go, this morning I'll give you some examples of using that method that I showed you. here, the very first race, bet 1, won 15, bet 2 1 for $26 profit, so that's 41 there. My third bet here, bet 1, the start of a new series, that one lost. The next bet, bet 2, that series won. Bet 3 there, this one won. The next one also won, another $14.79 profit. And then this is where we started on the Parks bets. So what I'll do now is I'll finish this video off. If you like what you see, I mean, this is a very good price for this software, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. I do. If I just feel like sitting down and having an afternoon betting, there's nothing better than to use this, whether you're using it on the horses, the dogs, correct score, whatever. There's nothing better than having some structure, and that's what this little bit of software gives you. So if you want to see how we continue on our series that we started after those 3 bets, you can link into the video down below. This is Steve signing off for Spread 5. Thank you again for your time. Cheers.